more proof that the world is fucked. Spain, they had the election. They had the election this past weekend.
Spain, that's somewhere by Mexico, right?
Like I think it's southern Mexico. I think it's like a city.
Yeah.
So they had their elections this past weekend, and the economic woes dominated the whole elections. Everyone voted for the guy they thought that was going to help the country get back on track.
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Rajoy, he won. He was projected to win. He represents the conservative bloc, and so this guy's going to get them back on track, even though he never really said anything specifically about how he's getting back on track.
So forgive me, what is the story here?
So Spain had elections, and the election was dominated by talks of the bailouts and the debt problem. And this guy, representing the Conservative Party, Rajoy, he's 56, he won.
Let me give you a little hint. Here's how the story's going to end, no matter what election is dominated by whatever economic woes. It ain't going to get better, folks. It's all being done on purpose.
But he said that he would fight skyrocketing unemployment. You know they have 21.5% unemployment in Spain? 21.5%.
We got to get that higher. We got to work a little harder. Let's get that to 40. We can double that by 2013.
Just take a shower and sit behind the desk. Just take a shower and get a job.
Newt Gingrich is right. Get a shower, get a job, go back to sleep, and all your problems will go away. So let's see. If all these Occupy Wall Street people took a shower and got a job, then all of a sudden Bank of America would stop stealing all their money. Goldman Sachs would stop stealing all their money and donating to both Republicans and Democrats so that they control no matter who gets in office. That's all just going to go away. All the corruption is going to go away if you just take a bath and get a job.
Yep. Yeah. That's what America needs right now.
Go work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And all corruption will cease, America.
If you really want to have a nice life, get 2 jobs, one at McDonald's, one at Burger King.
Right.
Exactly. And then we'll be all right.
Imagine how much you could be living that American dream when you and your wife are both working 2 jobs.
Full time.
Yeah, and then when your kids get old enough, they can work.
Yeah.
And you know how much money that's going to bring in? You guys are going to be, woo! Man, you guys might even be able to afford a house eventually.
And maybe some cable television.
The American dream.
Be awesome. So I apologize. This guy, Rajoy.
I don't apologize.
He does have some plans for economic improvement. He says that he's going to cut business taxes and encourage hiring.
Doesn't matter what he says. Nothing's going to happen.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to cut business taxes and encourage hiring. That sounds like a great way to fix the economy.
Mm-hmm. Please hire, folks.
So he talked about the corruption in Chase Bank and Bank of America.
How about the fact that they purposely over the last 100 years completely cut out the industrial sector of America, that there are no real jobs to go get.
They moved more to China and to Brazil and South America. So that's where the jobs are now.
Don't worry about that. Just get yourself a job at Walmart.
And people over there are working for $2 an hour, 80 hours a week. So maybe if you were willing to work for $2 an hour,
you want your Coach bag, don't you, Eddie?
Yes, I do.
You want those Nikes, don't you?
But if you were willing as an American to work for 80 hours a week and $2 an hour, maybe we'd have some jobs over here still. Maybe if you weren't so selfish, wanting money for nothing.
My God, you Americans, so entitled.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm entitled to more than $3 an hour.
Shut up. Just go back to work.
Fucking Americans.
So whiny. So did you hear? So you mentioned the corruption and Chase and Bank of America. Also, at Global had a corruption scandal hit them this past week. At first, they said it was $600 million that they just lost. They weren't sure where it went. It was there, and it wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. How much is it now?
It's actually now I think $1 billion, 1.6 billion. I'm hearing.
Either way, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
What did Corzine steal? $40 billion.
How is that? Was part of the bank?
Yeah, by stealing, by betting people's money that weren't looking to have all their money bet away. He went ahead and gambled against the Eurozone, completely lost all this money. $40 billion. All of a sudden they say, well, we can't find $600 million, so all of you have to pay. Give us your money.
Right.
We're gonna double steal your money because we can't find this much of a percentage of how much was really stolen. Don't pay attention to this guy. Kill me. Somebody kill me right now.
Former mayor of New Jersey, right? He was involved in the political process.
No, not mayor. He was
the governor of New Jersey? Or governor of New York? Or
New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay. That's right. New Jersey's a state,
yeah, and I know all his friends have come to his defense and said, this guy is a stand-up guy. I would never imagine him doing something like this. He's Mr. Character. He is Mr. Honesty. He would never treat people's money
The main problem is they commingled profits and money from investors, so I guess the bank was going under and they couldn't afford to pay the employees, so they used the investor money to pay the employees. They used the investor money to give
That's what it's there for.
Bonuses, and saying all this extra money. But it's a good thing. J.P. Morgan is coming to their defense. They're looking to buy back MF Global. Not actually all of MF Global, just their stock in London Metals Exchange. They want to buy 4.7% of it. This London Metals Exchange, I think, should be really looked into as far as what their role is in the whole thing. So if you have the time to look into that, you should, because I don't have the time.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'll get into it right now.
Okay.
They're at the bottom of it. I found it.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I just confirmed here live on
Wikipedia.
Yep. One click away, folks.
Good
afternoon, folks. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tradio.
The Greek PM has headed to Brussels to try to secure cash for more bailouts. At first, he was okay with the $110 billion bailout package, but now he wants $130 billion.
The only thing I know about Brussels is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is the muscles from Brussels.
Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger likes to eat Brussels sprouts?
I don't think so.
No. So the main problem, though, is why they're not getting this bailout right now is because one of the politicians in Greece refused to sign a verbal agreement to give overall power to the EU, IMF, and the European Central Bank.
You know what the MF stands for in the IMF?
What's that? Monetary Fund?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very, very sad. So even with the installation of this new PM, Greece is still fighting within themselves.
Are we all fighting within ourselves?
I think so.
Isn't this really all life just a battle?
It is.
A fight within ourselves?
So here's some good news. Suburban and older people living in the suburbs and older people
who drive Suburbans.
Yes. They are considered in this new category of near poor, according to this, the census. Mm-hmm. All told, 100 million people are either poor or near poor.
This is in America?
Yeah, that's one in 3 Americans.
And that's 1 in 4. We have about 400 million people here.
Okay. So you have 1 in 4?
Well, but I guess if we're not counting children, if we're counting adults, consenting, sexually active adults, I'm sure, that's 1 in 3.
Okay, so they can see the NC-17 movies. If you can see an NC-17 movie,
you're virtually poor.
You're
near poor.
Yeah, good possibility you're poor.
If you're old enough to buy porn, 1 in 3 of you are near poor. Not us. I like to call us the 1%ers.
18% of these people.
If I was near poor, could I afford to dress this nice? I mean,
probably not.
Ask yourself that question.
Probably not. 18% of those people are black. 26% are Latino. 28% of those people work full time and they're still poor or near poor.
Whoops! Wait a minute. But Gingrich told me that if I got a job,
that new.
Hold on, I'm trying to do the math here. One job plus no money equals. It's just not adding up over here.
Yeah, and 22% of these is that actually 34% of them are older people. So the older definitely affected by this new economy that we're living in.
Gammy and Grandpa
can't afford their medicine.
Obamacare will take care of that.
That's right. So what spurred all these Occupy protests was the original, the OG of the protests in Egypt.
That's right.
So did you hear that this is really getting heated up again in Egypt? They're pissed off again.
Over in Tahrir Square.
Yeah. I heard 10,000 people flooded Tahrir Square this past weekend. 2 people died and hundreds were injured.
10,000. That's 1/3 of. I'm sorry, I can't do any more math.
Okay. Yeah, two of them were killed and hundreds were injured.
That's not. See, no, that's not that bad.
No.
How many? 10,000 people and only 2 dead?
Yeah.
That's pretty good police work.
Yeah, those police are definitely taking care of the people there. Maybe Egyptians are angry after 9 months. That 9 months after ousting Mubarak, the army still remains in control. So that's their main problem. And with these elections coming up, there's no change of power going to happen away from the military.
How do Egyptians vote in hieroglyphic? Do they just draw a picture of the guy that they want?
I think so.
On a cave wall or something?
And does everybody over there walk like an Egyptian?
That's where it comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the army-backed cabinet has outraged many Egyptians by presenting proposals for a new constitution that will shield them away from civilian oversight and give them broad national security. Sounds kind of familiar. As far
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
As far as no civil oversight and just complete control over everything. Yeah, people in Egypt don't like that and they're fighting back. I think a lot of people said that the Egypt protests were calculated, the same thing as this Occupy stuff, just a lot of calculated uprisings. I still believe Egypt is the leader in freedom right now.
Egypt, your leader in freedom.
Yep.
You know that Bosnians pronounce Egypt Egypt?
Really?
Yep, they pronounce every syllable in it.
Maybe we should do that here in America.
Maybe we should.
If we weren't so lazy in our language.
Listen, they're probably right because they're much closer to Egypt than we are.
Yep. But
although we're really close to Mexico and we butcher everything that Mexicans say.
Yeah.
Rodeo.
Yeah. Was that grassy ass?
Vaqueros. Gracias. Never mind.
So, Syria has been pretty, speaking of all this turmoil, Syria's...
Let's get serious.
Yes. Is that a Darkwing Duck quote you just gave us?
I don't know, was it?
I think it was. Let's Get Dangerous was Darkwing Duck.
Let's Get Dangerous, that's right. Yeah. Darkwing Duck.
So,
shout out to Darkwing Duck. Is he dead yet?
No, he's still alive. Still fighting, still being dangerous.
What was his bad guy's name?
Negaduck. Literally, there's Negaduck, the complete opposite of Darkwing Duck.
I used to spend countless hours watching that show.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I need to get my son into Darkwing Duck. Do they have that on Netflix, I wonder?
Nah, Disney and Netflix really don't go along that well.
Oh, what about on... There's got to be somewhere to find Darkwing Duck.
There's Darkwing Duck comic books.
I'm going to see... Listen, I'm not going to make my son get into comic books no matter how much you try.
So after 41 years of rule by Assad's family, the people are standing up against it. But Assad is saying, no, it's not going to happen.
There are episodes on YouTube.
There you go.
I'm going to make my son watch Darkwing Duck.
So yeah, Assad is not happy with these people. He's saying that it's not really the people standing up, it's more Western influence. The West is supplying the weapons, the West is doing all this stuff in order to overturn his rule.